Alaskan Road Truckers with me, Kevin Sawyer. As you can see, this is a first look for the channel, but it's not a first look for me. I've already delved into this game and started playing it quite a bit. No, don't want to go down that road. Don't want to go select profile. Thank you. Kind of the only dude there had liked this to me, to be fair. I'm going to go with the good, bad and the ugly with this game. My honest opinion and everything else. So bear that in mind. This is a very early access game. So if you're thinking about getting it and you don't really heed what I say about it or heed what I say about it and everything else, then you have to bear that in mind. It is a good, is an early development game. Right, let me just, because I've just loaded in a game, I'm actually still in a truck. Now it's going through the whole tutorial thing again. You've joined me here. I've already tried to make a recording once, but it didn't seem to want to edit. So I'm hoping this time I can edit this video. But I'm halfway through doing a run, and I'm just at the petrol station. The game itself doesn't look too bad, graphically wise. There are some little glitches which you're going to see as we drive along. There's a little bit of ghosting and other bits and pieces, but again, it's early development. I've done most of the tutorial stuff. It starts you off in sort of early spring, really. As you can see, we're going spring sort of / summer. And I've got this run on from sort of like, I'll show you the map where I initially started off from. I was all the way up here, and it's like driving down all the way down to here. As you can see, got still fair ways to go. Hopefully, I can get done within the half-hour time slot. Right, and show you what things you can't do in this game. You can actually have a look inside the cab or inside the engine. Check the oil, that's good. Coolant is probably good because I already topped it up freehand. You can check the check the air filter and repair that. Let's jump in the truck. I've got a full tank of gas, so I don't need to worry. Full tank of diesel, so I don't need to worry about that. What I might do is just check my inventory and see what I've got food wise. I've got a load of coffee. You do need coffee and food in this game. Food, so it's not such a thing. It's the energy side of things. You find yourself getting very tired very quickly. Got a load of more coolant and stuff in here. I think I've got even more coolant and stuff in here. Some clothes, scraper. I've got some food in here. Basic food. This is a little microwave. I noticed a glitch. I don't know if they fixed that recently, because there's just been an update today where in the headquarters the cooker was missing. I don't know what that was all about, but you can put radiator covers on if you wish to keep the engine keep the radiator from freezing, etc., etc. Antifreeze should really do that, but I guess it's an extra cover just to keep the engine real warm, all that good stuff. You can buy diesel as well by grabbing that, or putting your amount in and then grabbing that and put it in your tank, but we're already full. I can't walk through the middle, so I have to walk around the edge. Some of these gas stations has jobs, like this one has a job where you can take fuel or chemicals and stuff like that, depending on your license. Oh, he's got Halloween stuff on. That's a nice little touch. That's what the update was about for Halloween. So he's got a Halloween mask on. It's a nice update. The recruitment officers or the job officers still doesn't have anything. Just again, you can buy food, buy coffee, and all other shops. Different shops have different stuff in it. Some shops you'll find have like clothes in which you can buy. Oh, finally the instruction manual's gone away. Right, anyway, let's jump on him. Now, last time I tried recording this, the animation for me steering, and that still hasn't been fixed. Now, if you run in the controller, it will work. In fact, if I... Which it isn't, which is a shame. But you have to just take my word on it. Using a controller, you get the animations of the steering. But for some reason, although the steering wheel works, let's make sure it does actually work. Yeah, the steering wheel works in game. It doesn't portray the animation of you steering while you're in the cab, weirdly enough. Track IR is another thing, isn't working on this at the moment. So if you do run track IR like me, you're going to have to just put up with using the mouse to look around. Oh, that's nice trucks. I've got the you can use your no, I didn't want to get out. Okay. For a second then I thought maybe you could look at logs, but you can't. It just sits there and shows you logbook. Yeah. Use logbook. I'd like to use that, please. Okay. That's nice. Cool beans. Right, okay. That's a nice little touch they've got in there. Right, let's fire it up. Right. And let's get her on the road. It works with some aspects of my button box, but not all. It does work with my indicator setup modification as well. So that's good. And my G27 steering wheel, which is good. It doesn't like the whole the shifter side of things. Oops. There we go, sorts that out. We going the right way? According to the sat-nav, we are going the right way. Cool. Sat-nav can be a bit funky on this, so bear that in mind. Like if you decide to take a little bit of a shortcut, like do an illegal UE like I have, you let me out, dude, even though it's your right of way. Thank you very much. What are you doing? Stop. It stopped liking my controller, which is not great. Making a liar out of me. There we go. There might be a new option. I haven't checked the options in the control settings. I noticed that it didn't allow me to change the controls in any way, in a meaningful way. There's a bit of a frame lag there. You might see I'm running it in auto as well. Like I said, it doesn't recognise my Eaton Fuller shifter mod. So it is a thing with that. Oh, you're going to keep doing that, are you? Right, okay. Yeah, I've got a... It was originally working with that, and it had no real issues with that, and for some reason in the update now it seems to be having issues with that. So working with my indicator mod fine, but seems to be having problems with that now, so I'll have to look into that, see if it's a thing or something I can fix. Reference to handling physics wise, it's not bad, but it's not great. It feels a bit arcadey on my G27. Your mileage may vary on your wheels, but all I get on mine is just a constant rumble on the wheel, and that's it. I don't get any feeling of like whether the road's bumpy, whether I'm losing traction, or anything else along those lines. Try and get some outside shots for you guys and girls. And I'll slow down deliberately. There's no jake brake option, which is a shame. If I slow down and stop for you guys and girls, you can see the exhaust smoke. You can also see the truck looks a bit dirty as well. You do get dirt on this. That is a thing. Saying straight on, but it's telling me to turn right. I don't understand why it's telling me to turn right, but it's telling me to go straight on. Sound-wise, it's quite good. Very good sound-wise. I think it uses the same sound engine as what Euro Truck and American Truck is using, but don't quote me on that. Now, if you're wondering, for you guys and girls that do play American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator, is it going to be like driving American Truck on Euro Truck Simulator? Is it like going to be like driving American Truck, but in Alaska? I'm going to say no, for the reasons I've already stated, because it feels a little bit arcadey. As you can see, sort of like close objects, graphical-wise, look good. Well, I did get a bit of feedback just from that bump there. So, there's a little bit of feedback there, but generally, there's not a great deal of feedback within the wheel, other than big bumps or whatever. But anyway, I was digressing. Foreground looks good. The trees look good. Textures grass-wise looks good. There's a little bit of flickering you get on like the mirrors, and I get a little bit of flickering when it's raining on the light side of things. It's the, it's anything in the foreground, like the mountains there, they do look a bit like they're cardboard cutouts, a bit cartoony if you ask me. But that's just my personal opinion. Again, your mileage may vary. It's there, it's something to look at. I don't think I needed to indicate, but I'll indicate anyway, just in case. That worked there, alright. But I've got in auto because, like I said, because the my Eaton Fuller shifter doesn't quite work with it. It comes up with like the Eaton Fuller layout, but it doesn't recognise when I flick to low or high. It just, you have to flick the button twice over. There's no toggle option. All that good stuff. Would I recommend buying it? It all depends on where you want to go with it. If you're like the serious side, like Euro Truck and American Truck, that's more of a simulator. You might find this a little bit too arcadey for your liking. If you just want to try something a bit different, and the fact that you can get out and walk around the truck, take a look at the engine, whole tiredness and eating aspect of it, and the health aspect of it as well. I know you got to sort of like wrap up warm and make yourself warm within the winter climate, otherwise you might freeze to death, which could be a thing. See if I can take over this cement mixer. I know it's naughty overtake on a corner, but we'll see if we can just get past him without too many dramas. I might have cut him up as well, but But if the devs are listening, they have made some good progress on this game so far. Would I say it's worth buying? Like I say, if you're coming from American Truck, walking with your eyes open, take note of the fact that it isn't quite going to be as level simulator wise to American Truck or Euro Truck. But if you're walking in thinking, okay, this isn't going to be quite American Truck, it is going to be a little bit more arcadey, and it's still early development. Oh, roadblock. Did I buy that chainsaw or didn't I buy a chainsaw? I don't know. You get roadblocks on this, which means you have to... Oh, okay. There we go, that sorts that out. And you get terrain like this, which is like going over bridges. See, it acts on like bumps like that. I felt it then, but generally on the road it does just feel as a bit vague. You can't feel the actual road conditions, you just feel a constant rumble. But your mileage may vary on your wheels. I have got like an old G27, which they are not the best of steering wheels to use. Yeah, so if you're used to using Track IR like me, you're gonna find fallen tree, great. You're gonna find it a bit annoying. You can still use your mouse to look around, ideally, but that's what I'm hoping that the devs do adopt Track IR, so it's easy to look around. The tiredness aspect of it, you can mitigate against that. If I bring up that and see if we've got any coffee on the go. Coffee. Or energy drink. I'll drink a coffee. He will drink it from the cup, which is a bit disorientating. But that is like a nice touch. And that should reduce your tiredness, your fatigue aspects of it. The food side of it's not too bad. I know Sinky was worried about the fact that he was just constantly eating all the time, but you don't necessarily have to be constantly eating all the time. I don't know how the weather is going to affect that aspect of it, whether you get more hungry as you're burning off more energy to keep warm. That could be a factor. I don't know. But the energy side of it does seem to deplete quite quickly and might need a bit of tweaking. But again, the scale of this map's not quite the same as American Truck or Euro Truck. I don't quite know what the scale is of this map, but driving like a 600-mile journey does actually take a lot longer, or a 1,000-mile journey does take a lot longer than actually is if you're doing a 1,000-mile journey in Euro Truck. This actually takes a great deal longer. Now it could be again because I'm not driving as fast, but on these sort of roads you don't want to be driving overly too fast, and with the AI as it is, it's like, do I really trust it? Don't I really trust it? Again, manually, sometimes you might find the automatic side of things. They may have fixed that by now, but from the initial playthrough, from where I've been playing it to the time of recording, when you haven't got a load on, when you're bobtailing, or you're running empty, completely empty, you find that it limits itself out to about 30 odd miles an hour, and it just doesn't let you change up or anything, so you have to go into manual mode just to get the truck to go quicker, which I found a bit weird. But if you really think about buying it, then I'd wait till it's on sale. I think it's still on sale now, but don't quote me on that. Before really investing in it. and just walk into it knowing what I've just told you. Oops. That sorts that out again. Gas station just there, but we're good for diesel. Yeah, if we reference the button box, it does work with a lot of my buttons, like the parking brake side of it. It doesn't work with my ignition key side, so I have to use like my indicator modification with the push button starter on it to just push the button. So bear that in mind if you have got your own button box with ignition key or whatever. It might not necessarily recognise that as a thing. Again, because the control is not configurable for me at the moment. But wasn't configurable. I haven't looked today since the update. They might have fixed some of that. Come on, old thing. Come on, climb that hill. I know it's a load of tyres. But my personal thoughts, okay, the good. I've told you the good and bad, the ugly. Another obstacle in the road. Got to be aware of that. I think it's got progress. I think it's got. Well, not progress. What am I thinking? The word I'm looking for. Potential. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it's got potential as a game. If the devs take it the way they're planning on taking it, so making it like more of a survivability game, where you can go out hunting, you know, walking around, all that stuff, then it's got a lot of potential. And I like the fact that you can get out the cab, walk around, and you have to take off the cables. Hopefully we'll get to see that in... It's going to slow me down. You do get fined if you hit cars and if you're caught speeding. But we've been, playing this 20 minutes, and it seems like we've not got very far, and we've still got a fair amount of distance to go. So, reference to the map scale, I wouldn't class it as 1-to-1, but it is quite a large map. It won't take you 5 minutes to get from one side to the other. Trust me on that. It's going to be a drive. Reference, how does the hiring the driver side of stuff? I don't know. I've not got that far in the game yet. I've got my HQ. Oh, I see. 422 quid. I'll probably damage the truck doing that. Damage physics. That's a good time to discuss damage physics. Ooh, as I go hurtling off the... let's try and get more of a close-up view of the truck. If it let me. When I first started playing this, I did crash it, and the one set of lights looked like it wasn't working, but I didn't see any sort of physical crumple damage or anything like that. But I haven't hit the truck hard enough to really see if you do get any physical damage, because the only way you can fix it is by going to a place to get it repaired, obviously, and then not the easiest place to get to. Yeah, get problems like this. The AI's decided to have a bit of a panic attack, but they are working on that. They've already admitted that the AI is not perfect, and that's one of the things they are trying to fix and resolve. Optimization. It runs okay on mine. I've had a few little, as you may have seen yourself, I've had a few little frame drops here and there. So it might not be fully optimized yet, and or it might just be pick up in a bit more because because I'm recording on my other computer or whatever. But it's not been a massive frame drop. I've had frame drops here and there. Good thing is there isn't so much of a pop-up on this. A bit of a frame drop, sorry guys. There isn't so much stuff popping up. It does transition quite well, the forest and that. See now that looked quite good, that car didn't pop into a distance, I saw it coming. How long have we got left? 12 miles. See, we've only just gone like 100 miles recently. Let's try and put my foot down. Oh, it's going to get me to turn. So what I'd want the developers to sort of like work on soon is track IR, ways that you can change the key bindings, so you can add extra stuff in, more control key binding options for the steering wheel side of things. The way to change, like I said, because at the moment the only way you can interact with stuff is by pressing E. I'd rather change that so it's mouse or something else, because that's annoying. Just especially as I typically drive with the just the wheel, just so then I can click on the mouse and then I can get in and out of the cab, all that other good stuff. I like the fact that they get you to start in spring, summer, because I think driving this in the winter is probably going to be a bit daunting, especially if you've not played this sort of game before. And again, I don't know how much the physics are referenced to the ice being on the road, whether you slip about more. I know the demo that was a thing, but I don't know if that isn't still a thing in the main game. I've not noticed any sort of thing. The only thing I noticed the other day is when I was driving in the wet and I was driving around the yard and I was driving a bit quick and it just started jackknifing. So it could be a thing, but don't quote me on that. It might have just been because I was just going too quick. But problem is you don't feel it in the wheel unless you hit a bump or something along those lines, but I've said that already. Now, is this one of those roads that just goes round? It is. Watch out, car. Yeah, and I went to look at my mirror, then I couldn't because my track IR is not. It doesn't recognise my track IR. Yeah, so if you think you're going to get across from one side of the map to the other in minutes, you won't. It is a long drive. You're going to feel it. Probably don't need the indicator again. It's just a sharp turn to the right. With aspects gameplay wise, right, straight away you can't take all the loads. Do I drive this way? I guess so, yeah. You can't take all the loads straight away. You have a license. License A, B, C and D and all that good stuff. And you have to unlock the license for reference points. There's also a reputation side of things. You can't just take any job. You have to have a certain reputation and certain license to take certain jobs, which can be a bit daunting straight from the beginning, because it's only going to give you like certain jobs at certain distances, and if you don't want to drive the whole distance, it's going to get a bit, if you just want to drive a short run, it's can be a bit daunting. Reference the time, sort of like jobs on time. I myself have struggled sort of like get the job done on time. I'm not saying you guys probably won't, but I found, because the guy was getting tired, I didn't have any coffee at the time, I had to sleep, otherwise he'd have just passed out. Come on. Thank you. Does that every now and again. You find it just doesn't want to go any quicker, and just I'll try and gun it as hard as I can so we can get this job done before the... I know it's gone on a bit longer than usual, peeps, and I apologise for that in advance. Sorry again, I haven't been uploading as much. Again, it's just a case of not being near the computer. A lot going on. Been kind of stressed out quite a lot recently. Reference sort of like stuff that's been going on, work, rough stuff. And I apologise about the lack of uploads, and I've got a few videos. Like the first video I recorded of this, I didn't like it, so I've tried again. Second video, for some odd reason, doesn't want to render on my software. It comes up with sound but no picture. I'm like, well, what's that all about? So I'm trying, hopefully third time's a charm, and this will record and edit. I'll slow down because I don't really want to overtake this dude on a blind bend, so to speak. There's loads of little points that you'll come across, like on a map. So there's another place there you can rest if you need to. You can just pull over on the side of the road. There's nothing stopping you doing that. I don't think you get any fine for doing that. It's a bit unconventional, but it's doable. There's points of interest which you can go around, look at as well. To tell you about certain roads. Again, the AI is driving a bit close to the curb there, but I want to overtake him, but not on a blind bend. Don't need to slow down that much, dude. It's weird how it does this. And all of a sudden you're just driving through like what is like a construction site, and there's jobs available here and stuff like that. You'll come across that. It does nicely break that up though. See, here we come. I think this is one of the jobs I was on about. I think you can actually see, look, you can pick up loads from here. It's still good for diesel. Look, he's got portaloos on there. Portaloos, looks like gravel. Cable. I'm probably coming out too far on my side. Weird, another thing with this, you can turn the lights on. I've got the lights on full. It doesn't turn the interior lights on. You have to do that from inside the cab. There's probably a button which I can assign it to, which I might do that. But automatically they should come on when you turn the sides or main beam on. Fuel consumption seems okay. Although you are driving a long distance, it seems okay. I think I might have to call this an episode at some point because I don't think I'm going to make it in time. As you see, we've been driving all the time. I haven't stopped, but I just don't want it going on for too long. What I'll do is I'll find a nice little place I can pull over, and I'll demonstrate like the uncoupling and recoupling of the trailer for you guys and girls. The guys and girls that haven't seen that. Coming through a town. 25 along here. Quickly see how far we're out from the job completion. Where are we? Reference to the job. Yeah, we're still miles away from it. Look, it's down here. I just don't think I'm going to get it done. Okay, I'm going to try and get it done. Just because we've come this far now, we can't be that far out. I'm going to really gun it hard though. I'm going to ignore the it says we've got 2 hours 39 minutes left. I wouldn't like to say it's 1-to-1, but it feels very, very like 1-to-1 scale. Gonna absolutely cane it past these dudes. Once you get on something nice and flat and straight, you can just absolutely wind it up and fly along. But just bear in mind the road is gonna sort of like punish you if you get to a sharp corner. You're gonna know about it very quickly. Seems to top out about 50 miles an hour on this. We are ascending, so that could be a factor. See if I can just really gun it. Yeah, it seems to be little limited out at 50. It feels very mother trucker as a game. I don't know if you guys and girls remember that game as a thing. It was on the Sega. It might have been on the Sega Saturn. I remember I think it was on PlayStation at some point as well. That is very arcadey. Feels a lot like that. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But as a game, I say it has got potential, and I think, you know, if the developers... Thing is, I'm a little bit worried. Reference... Because I know they want to release this onto the console. I know they want to make this a console game. If you're wondering, yep, they are going to try and make it into a console game. What I hope they don't do is hold back the development just because they just want to make it on console. And once the console's version of it's out, just finish with it and make a sequel or whatever. I hope that they, you know, they've got the same sort of drive as SCS software, and they really want to make it into a bigger game, incorporate mod support. I know they've not got any official licenses, or I don't believe they've got any official licenses for reference trucks. So if you're looking for truck brands like Kenworth, Freight Shaker, Peterbilt, you're not going to find any of them. It's limited on the 25, but I'm going to just ignore it. I've got to try and get past before hitting him though. Oh, I hit something, and that's not damaged the cargoes, but probably damaged my trailer. But I'm trying to get this done as quick as I can for you guys and girls, because I can see it's already run on way longer than it should. and I just want to try and complete it rather than just leave you guys disappointed. So I'm just going to absolutely gun it and drive like a complete maniac. Show how possible it is to do that. But like I was saying earlier, I just hope they don't do that. I hope they just really develop the game into something unique. Doesn't have to go the full simulator route if they don't want it to go the full simulator route, but make it sort of like to a point where, like, you know, wind the windows down. I don't think there's an option to do that on here. You can do the wipers and stuff and the heater. There's no option for windows as of yet. Green means go, man. It's not going to get any greener. Okay, I'm probably going a bit quick. It's 25 along here, but I want to try and get this done. And it is a dual carriageway or highway, what they call over in the States. Yeah, we're almost there, boy. Ah, there we go. There's the drop-off point. Cool beans. Right. Oh, okay, it's going to go in single lane. I'm going to slow down a bit now because we're going to be getting some tight negotiation. Now, do I turn here? No, that's a burger place. Don't know if you can eat there or not. Don't see any prompts to eat in there, but you never know. There might be a way of buying something from there. Red light means stop. But like I was saying, would I recommend buying it? While it's on sale, yes, I would. I wouldn't want to pay full price for it until it's completely finished. And, you know, all the bugs being worked out. But while it's on sale, it's definitely worth buying or looking into. As long as you guys and girls are aware of all its issues like I've covered. Right. Now, where can I park this bad boy? Have a look round. Should be a place to park. I don't want to spend too long looking for one. Might be round the back, perhaps. It's leading me over here, so maybe I've got to drive in over here, maybe. I think I've been in this yard. This is the one I actually almost jackknifed on the other day. Right, yeah. There we go. That looks like a nice easy one to approach, so I'll approach that one. I like the aspect that gives you choices. So you can either make it difficult for yourself, or you can just make it nice and easy for yourself. But we get it nice and in there. See how the rating system goes up to 5-star. Right, parking position, 5-star. Let's jump back in the cab. Let's turn the engine off. It's telling me to turn around. I don't know why, but we're at the job. I hope we're at the job anyway, because I'm going to drop the trailer here. Let's reset the navigation. Yeah, I think this is the right place it should be. Right, let's first of all put the landing gear down. That's down. And let's disconnect the trailer couplings. That is not correct. Now, America, they use what's known as glad hands on their trucks, trailers. They're like a weird, it's hard to explain, but it's like it kind of like screws in. You push in and then push up or down to attach and detach. These are more of a European style connector. So, you know, they need to address that. Unlock. Then go over to the office and then collect your money, hopefully. There we go. 17 grand I've just got from that. Cool beans. I'm going to reset that sat nav again because it's doing something weird. There we go. But thank you guys and girls for watching for all the way through. Again, I apologise, it was a long episode, but I wanted to show you all the aspects of the game. But if you have watched it all the way to this point, a big thank you for being patient with me and watching all the way to this point. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed it as an episode. If you did, again, guys and girls, please feel free to share or feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason at all, please feel free to dislike. Please leave comments down below either way, so I'm aware and I can try to improve in future videos. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and you'll see future episodes of this or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so then you're aware as soon as I upload a new video. I will see you in the next one. TTFN.